Hey everybody, today we're going to be working on compound inequalities. Specifically, we're going to be working on OR statements, also known as disjunctions. We're going to get right to it. Okay, so we have 5n is greater than 30, or n over 2 is less than or equal to negative 1. So let's go ahead and rewrite this first. So we're going to write 5n is less than 30, or n over 2 is less than or equal to negative 1. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. We're going to have n is greater than 6, or here we're going to multiply both sides by 2 because we're going to do the inverse operation. And we're going to have n is less than or equal to negative 2. So now we graph these. So this is non-inclusive at 6 going to the right, and this is inclusive at negative 2 going to the left. And there we go. Well, I guess we'll do the odds. Okay, let's rewrite this one. So x plus 8 is greater than 18, or x minus 8 is less than negative 15. Okay, we're going to do the inverse operation, so we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. We're going to get x is greater than 10, or here we have to add 8 to both sides, because we're going to do the inverse operation, which is addition at that point. X is less than negative 7. Alright, so non-inclusive at 10 going to the right, and non-inclusive at negative 7, so this is 4, 6, this would be 7 in between that. So be careful here, there's no 7 on the map here, on the line rather, we have 4 and 8. One can assume that's 6, so between 6 and 8 would be 7, or negative 7 rather. Okay, number 5. We have x over 7 is less than or equal to 1, or 5 plus x is greater than 14. So we're going to multiply both sides by 7, and that's going to give us x is less than or equal to 7. Or here we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. So we get x is greater than 9. Okay, so at 7, we're going to put a filled in circle because it's inclusive and it's less than, so we're going to the left. X is greater than 9, so it's non-inclusive going to the right. Okay. Number 7. Let's rewrite these. So these are multi-step. So 7r plus 8 is greater than or equal to negative 20, or 10r plus 4 is less than or equal to negative 96. So let's get rid of our constant first. We're going to subtract 8 from both sides. We're going to have 7r is greater than or equal to negative 28. We're now going to divide by 7 because that is our coefficient. And we're going to be left with r is greater than or equal to negative 4. Okay, or let's get rid of our constant here. We're going to subtract 4 from both sides. So we're going to have 10r is less than or equal to negative 100. We're going to divide by 10 because that is our coefficient. And we're going to be left with r is less than or equal to negative 10. Okay, so inclusive at negative 10 going to the left, and inclusive at negative 4 going to the right. Okay. Number 9. We have 5 minus 2a is less than or equal to negative 1, or negative 3a plus 5 is greater than 5. So we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, because that's our constant. So we have negative 2a is less than negative 6. We're now going to divide by negative 2, because that's our coefficient. A is going to be, now be careful, we divided both sides by a negative, so we have to change the direction of the inequality symbol. So less than becomes greater than. And negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. So a is greater than 3, or we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. So negative 3a is greater than 0. Divide by our coefficient, which is negative 3. And a would be, now again, we have to change the direction of the inequality symbol because we're dividing by a negative, less than 0. Alright, so at 0, we're going to be non-inclusive going to the left. At 3, we're going to be non-inclusive going to the right. Okay, last one. We have negative 8 plus 7n is less than or equal to negative 78. Or, go to the line there, why not? Negative 3 plus 2n is greater than 17. Okay. We're going to add 8 to both sides. We'll have 7n is less than or equal to negative 70. And we're going to divide by our coefficient, which is 7. So n is less than or equal to negative 10. And you don't change the inequality symbol because we divided by a positive. This sign doesn't really matter. Okay. It's all about the term we're multiplying or dividing by. So we're going to add 3 to both sides here. And we're going to be left with 2n is greater than 20. And divide by our coefficient. So n will be greater than 10. Okay. So we have non-inclusive at negative 10, which would be here, because 8, 12, this is in between, so it's going to be a closed circle going to the left. And this is non-inclusive at 10, so it's an open circle going to the right. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions on the evens, let me know. I'm more than happy to share those. So take it easy, guys.